Pisces ascendants. Let's look at the Rahu and Ketu transit for all of you. So let's pull up a Pisces ascendant chart, and I have mentioned the other planets as well, Saturn and Jupiter, because we have to look at that, especially Saturn, because it's going to transit to your first house. I have already made a video on the Saturn transit, and if you have a cluster of planets in Pisces, you must watch this videos and the other videos. If you have moon in Pisces, your Sadesati will begin. So I have made a video on that as well. So look at my channel page and you will find the video. But this video is specifically for the Rahu and Ketu axis in the 12th house and the 6th house. So people who are going through Rahu Mahadasha, pay a lot of attention. People who are going through Ketu Mahadasha as well, pay a lot of attention. I'm going to focus on the placement of Rahu in this video. So this transit will happen on May 18th this year, and it's going to be there for a very long time. Rahu and Ketu are retrograde planets, and they stay in a sign for 18 months. Okay. So let's understand Rahu a little bit, and then we'll look at the 12th house and see what it does. Rahu does really well in the Aquarius sign, by the way. All right. So it's a good placement for Rahu from the sign perspective. But from the house perspective, it is not a very good house. All right. So the Pisces ascendant. So let's talk a little bit about the Pisces ascendant, right? So the Pisces ascendants are usually very emotional people. They're very attached to their friends and family. Okay. Not the most disciplined, structured and organized people. All right. I've seen many Pisces ascendant. They do not follow a strict routine. They wake up, some of them wake up really late. That's if Sun is not very well placed and Saturn is not very well placed. But in most cases, they are not the most organized people. So this transits is a time for you to become very structured and organized. I've spoken about it in my other videos as well. I'm repeating it. Sorry to sound like a broken record. Also, at some point of time, because Pisces is the sign of spiritualism, about isolation. All right. So especially later on in their lives, or I've seen some Pisces ascendants, even when they're in their teenage or early 20s, they become extremely spiritual at some point in their life. All right. And usually it happens with a trigger or a transit of planet in the first house. Usually it happens, I've seen, when Ketu transits to their first house, or even Jupiter transits to their first house. All right. So if you have experienced that, if you think that you have, also I've noticed their gut feeling is very important, right? These, so if you have a friend that is a Pisces ascendant, or if you're a Pisces ascendant and they come to you and they say, what do you think about this? All right. What do you think about this situation? So their answer is going to be more like, my gut feeling says, or my intuition says this is going to happen. They base some of the Pisces ascendants can make some very, very crucial decisions of their lives. For example, marriage, leaving a job, on their gut feeling and not on analysis and logic. And that could backfire for them. Okay. At times, decisions are taken in haste. For example, they want to go visit a particular place or a friend. They can make an extremely impulsive decision, and suddenly in an hour, you will see that they are saying bye to you. Hey, I'm going here. All right. All of a sudden. All right. So these decisions can at times backfire. So especially the ones going through Rahu Mahadasha right now, 12th house of foreign lands is activated. All right. And it will activate even stronger once Rahu transits to your 12th house. So please do not fall into scams. I've heard of scams in India and in some other countries that, about agencies promising a job in a first world country or in the Middle East that, we have a fixed job and you'll get a very big salary. You pay us a lump sum amount and we will look after you. All right. So this is an example of understanding. And Pisces ascendants are very simple people. All right. They do not at times analyze people, and that's why they can get cheated very easily. All right. So be very careful, especially when you're dealing with paperwork and looking for employment in a different country. Okay. There could be delay and there could be problems, especially if your Rahu is not very well placed. If your Rahu is in a fire sign, or if your Rahu is not well placed in your natal chart, please be very, very careful. If your Rahu is strong in your natal chart. Now, how do you check all this? I have made many videos on Rahu, how to check the strength of Rahu, which house your Rahu is. I think I've covered all the houses. These are 1 hour long videos with examples and charts of celebrities. So please check it out in my playlist. I have 12 videos on Rahu so that you can understand Rahu. Okay. So people might going through Rahu Mahadasha can get obsessive about 12th house related things. So be a little careful, especially if Rahu is not very well placed and you're playing with cryptocurrencies, trading, especially trading futures. Okay, be very careful. You may book severe losses. All right. Also, 12th house is the house of isolation. 12th house is the house of hospitals. Now, the right way to channelize this energy is to isolate yourself. All right. Go on solo. Perfect time to go for soul searching. The ones who are in crossroads in life. They are feeling directionless that, hey, what am I doing here? It's a great time to go for a solo trip to a place where there are monasteries, a peaceful, maybe a water body, because it's a water sign. Pisces are a water sign. They find more peace of mind, especially if you have more planets in water signs. If you have a cluster of planets in Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, if you have 4 or 5 planets there, you will see that you feel like going to a beach or a river, or where there is a water or a lake. There could be a lake or a river near your house. Your dream place could be settling near the beach. Okay. The element is water. Okay. So, traveling is supposed to, be good because, they are, you're travelers. It's Jupiter's energy. And the other thing what you can look at is if the ones that are planning to go to a foreign country or move to a different city very, very far away from where you are right now, Jupiter and Rahu will be in mutual aspect after June this year, and it's going to be there for till July next year. It's a great time for students who want to study abroad or go abroad for learning something. Okay, so it's a good time for that. People who want to go to a different country. I know a lot of people who want to come to India to learn our culture, to learn our classical dance, our music, our instruments are thousands of years old. So if you're coming or to learn yoga, like most of the Western people are coming to India and learning yoga, it's funny, and you go to some of the yoga institutes and the teacher is from Europe, right? Teaching Indians yoga. So if you want to do something like that, this is a fantastic time. Okay. Learning something new. Okay. Make sure you take good care of your health. Rahu is in your 12th house. Saturn is in your first house. I have mentioned it in other videos as well. Eat very simple food. Be very organized and structured. Remove all the clutter from your room, especially from your workplace. And follow a routine, right? You will find great results, let me tell you. If you follow a routine, if your Saturn is well placed, it will give you great results. So now for the ones going through Ketu Dasha, make sure your 6th house related things are all right. You're looking after your health. Do not default on loans. Try not to take a loan. If you have any loans, this is the time to clear out your loans. All right. If you're planning to sue someone, you're planning to sue your ex-husband, your ex-wife, this is not a good time. All right. Not a good time because Rahu is in your 12th house and it will incur losses. So no big investments right now. don't invest a lot of money. The ones going through Rahu and Ketu Mahadasha. The ones going through Ketu Mahadasha, again, you need to lead a very simple life. Don't try to run behind money right now. Okay? It's time to focus on your current profession. You may not see the, growth right now, but during Ketu Mahadasha, Ketu will try to connect you to the spiritual world again. All right? You will try to find out the meaning of life and, why am I here? What is the reason for all this? What is this material world all about? You will question these things, the ones going through Ketu Mahadasha or Ketu Antardasha. All right? You may have some unfinished karma with your mother's younger siblings. So let me know if that happens. The ones going through Ketu Mahadasha, the period will start from 18th May for 18 months. All right? Your pets, look after your pets, look after your kidney, the stomach belt area, the kidneys area. If you're into any kind of addiction right now, it's time to stop the addictions and focus on your health, make your health the priority. Overall, if you are following the path of principles, you will get very good results. Avoid any court cases right now. It's not the good time for taking legal action, especially with Ketu in your 6th house. Okay. If you have people at your work that you think they are your enemies, it is not the time to take them on right now. Okay. Your enemies may have more power on you and they can do something that can spoil your name, or defamation can happen. Okay. So make sure that you are not letting your enemies get the best out of you. Well, that's all I have for you. If you have any experiences to share, please go ahead and share. One thing I'm missing, the ones going through Sun Mahadasha, you need to make sure that you are careful. You don't break the law. You don't try, especially the ones trying to move abroad or doing anything with the 12th house, especially the ones working in the hospitals, monasteries, even the ones that are working for NGOs, investment banking, that you do not make any mistake with paperworks or anything which are considered under policies and procedures, because Rahu considers Sun as the enemy. So the Sun Mahadasha people, you need to be very careful with this particular transit because it can cause a lot of trouble for you. All right, so mention in the comments. If you like this video, hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. There are other Pisces ascendants. That's all I have for you. Look after yourself. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.